that I discovered today. If you are covered in tattoos, or if you have blemishes on your skin that you might want to get rid of, or anything like dark circles, I'm going to show you a cool, unique trick to possibly help cover that up. And I did it, demonstrated it on my tattoo here. I have half of my tattoo already covered up, just to kind of give you an idea of what we're going to be doing. And I did this cover up here using 4 Younique products, and they are the BB Flawless, the Glorious Primer, and I used both Touch, the Mineral Pressed Powder, and the Cream Foundation. And just a throwaway sponge. Both of the Touch powders come with the sponges, but I just am using this one for this purposes to apply all 4 products. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and like I said, I already did do half of the tattoo, just to kind of show what we're doing and how we're going to do this. So, it is kind of a long process, and the Touch foundations that I do have are about a shade darker than I'd like, which is why I'm incorporating the BB cream, because it's a little bit lighter, and it's going to allow me to get my color on my wrist to be the best match. If you have tattoos elsewhere that might be a different shade, you just need to play with your different colors and kind of see what would be good for you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So as you can see here, I already have half of the tattoo covered, and I just did it using the 4 products. The first product I used was the Glorious Primer, just a little bit goes a long way here. So we're going to just apply it here. You don't want to do it too much because it is good to let the primer dry ahead of time. It's easier to work with for such a small area that we're doing here. So I just applied the primer, just a light thin coat, and if you haven't used the primer before, it is extremely silky and it's amazing. I use it before I put on any makeup whatsoever, and I want to go crazy anytime I have to go without it. So now that that's good and dried on there, we're going to start with the Mineral Touch Cream Foundation. Sorry, this is kind of backwards. My camera is kind of weird here. The Mineral Touch Cream Foundation is what I'm going to start with as the base coat. So you're just going to want to apply that to a sponge pretty generously. And I found the key here is to do more of a blot. It tends to cover a little bit heavier. And like I said, if you're covering like a blemish, of course it's not going to be black ink. So you're just going to want to play around with it and, make it work for your skin. Make it work for you. That's the great thing about the Younique products. They're extremely customizable. So you just want to make this work for you. You can already see we're getting a pretty good cover right there already. And like I said, this is about a shade darker than I would like it to be, which is why I'm going to throw some BB cream on top of it when I'm done, just to kind of get the lighter shade and blend in with my wrist a little bit better. You can do the cream foundation, 2 or 3 times. You just kind of want to get it on there. And the good thing about this is, yes, I'm putting a lot on, and you would think it would be heavy and gross. But the Touch foundation, it's really light, and you get great coverage. When Melanie, one of the co-founders, when she first demonstrated this product and put it on a YouTube video, she said, we have great coverage and a light product. And you're like, what the heck? No way. But totally true. You can just put tons and tons of this on, and you're going to get the great coverage, and it's still light. Okay, so you can already kind of see that we're going away. Okay, and this tattoo goes from about here to about here. So I already did half of it, and you can still see just a smidge of it, but if you don't know I have a tattoo there and you're not looking for it, I don't think you're gonna see it. So my husband was like, what the heck, where did your tattoo go? So this stuff, it really does rock. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use the Touch pressed powder, and same situation, I'm going to use just the same sponge, and just kind of go with the blotting again as well. Just getting that coverage on there is best as I can. And like I said, if you have bigger tattoos, if you have darker tattoos, if you have red spots, if you have dark circles under your eyes, if you have acne blemishes, this stuff, it's going to be your new best friend. So again, just doing the coverage best I can here. As many coats, whatever is going to need to work for you. Okay, so this is about 3 coats of each. And you can see here that, I don't know if we can tell the difference very good, but the top half of this is quite a bit lighter than the bottom. And like I said, this is about a shade darker than I would like it to be for my wrist, which is why I'm going to throw a little bit of the BB cream on top. It is a little bit lighter in this shade, and I have a lighter BB cream to use on my face. I have some different discoloration on my face, so like I said, it's extremely customizable to whatever you're needing to do. So I'm going to use this BB cream. I'm just going to throw a little bit directly on here. Not too much, just a tiny little bit. A little bit goes a long way with this one. And again, I'm just going to do the same blotting motion there, okay? Just a little bit more. Okay, now that the BB cream is on there, I'm going to let it dry before I clean up any edges. You can still see a little bit through the BB cream, but once that dries, it becomes less transparent. And then you can go back around the edges and kind of clean up and blend it a little bit better. But I know this video is super long, and you guys have been waiting on the video a super long time. I'm super sorry. My husband's in the military, and we've been running around like crazy all night, getting things situated for him. But thanks for being patient and waiting on the video. But I just wanted to show you this video to let you know that my photo was not photoshopped. This is real, guys. This is real tattoo ink. So I'm going to wipe off a little bit of the top here so you can totally see what I'm talking about. There's tattoo under there. Okay, this is amazing stuff. And all I used was complete Younique products. Both Touch foundations, the cream and pressed powder, Glorious primer, and BB Flawless. All Younique products, complete and total coverage of black ink tattoo. So you can use this stuff virtually anywhere, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something new today. Thanks for watching. Bye.